Welcome to the historical Brampton Memorial Arena on this warm summer Saturday night. Happy Canada Day as the unbeaten Orangeville Northmen put it on the line against the Brampton Excelsiors. This is your OJLL Game of the Week. Hello, lacrosse fans. Lance Wynn working alongside JVI Productions as usual, starting goalies for tonight's game for the visitors from Orangeville. It'll be Chris Origlieri. He's been outstanding. His goals against average, 5.66. His save percentage, .873. And at the other end, Connor O'Toole. Not too bad himself. Goals against of 9.38. His save percentage is .808. He gets the start for the home side. Head coaches for the 15-0 Northmen, it's Rusty Kruger. And for the 6-10 Excelsiors, Patrick O'Toole. As we get set to go here, had a chance to speak with both coaches prior to today's game as the Excelsiors spoke specifically about getting out in transition, putting the pressure on these Northmen. Also would like to slow the pace down defensively to make sure that these Northmen can't get on a big roll. And then, of course, in order to beat a netminder like Origlieri, you got to get some help from your friends. Pass the ball, work it around on the other side. For the Northmen, hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Continue to give maximum effort. Play your game and let the other team make the adjustments, and more importantly and most importantly, play like a team. We're underway. Opening possession belongs to the Northmen, and they'll look to Joey Spallina. He'll start it, swinging across and looking for an opening, as well as looking for Jamison Bucktooth was Trey Deer. Coming off an outstanding game against Six Nations, his shot sponged. That'll be a violation, and possession now to the Excelsiors. They'll get their first touch offensively, and we're going to have our first penalty. It's going to be Jamison Bucktooth, and that's going to be a delay of game call as he interfered with the possession. So the Excelsiors get the first power play of this game on their opening offensive possession. So they'll go to work out there with Bowie Horseman at the top. He'll be the quarterback on the interchange, working out there with Eric Ward as well, looking down low, trying to connect to Ethan Harkins. Nothing doing. Northmen come back, countering the other way. Looking to work some clock here, and keep your eye, Liam Matthews. He does a little everything, offensively and defensively, as does this guy here, Colton Marquis. Marquis, one of the leading point getters on this team. He's going to look to burn some clock. 6 on the shot clock. He's going to work it. Under a minute 20 to go now, and the man short. He's going to dump that in the corner, and he does that. Brampton now will take over possession, and they'll move it up. Jacob Janke out there, along with Horseman. Horseman again, the quarterback. They'll try to gap this box and work in tight. Acton will swing it around on the run. Beauty bounce shot. So Jacob Janke falling down works the bounce on the first shot on goal on Origlieri, and it's 1-0 for the home side. And this is just an off-balance shot. May have thrown Origlieri off just a bit, but on the run, splitting two, and then possibly a bit of a screen by a defender. But heck of a shot from Janke. First power play opportunity results in a power play marker. And off to a good starter, the Excelsiors. As we know, these Northmen working on a 15-0 record, unbeaten, undefeated so far this season. And I'm pretty sure they're not going to panic being down a goal. Looking inside, tried to find Amos Whitcomb. Spallina had it taken away by Steele, recovered. 7 on the shot clock, kicks it back out. That's going to be a violation. So the Northmen look just a little bit out of sorts here in this first 2 minutes. And quickly trying to capitalize the Excelsiors. That one goes back, and a good job by Eric Acton to keep it on the offensive end. Thompson swinging around, Darcy Thompson, and that pass goes awry. Origlieri with the outlet, and moving it up will be Liam Perreault. He'll give way to Cameron Pack, man Pack. Set up the offense. And they'll work it to Bucktooth back, swinging around right side. Sanderson, he'll get it over. Looking at Bucktooth, trying to turn the corner. Bucktooth finds some room, right on target. Good stop, though, made there by O'Toole as he shifted perfectly to his left to cut down the angle. Excelsiors working it back now. They get it into the offensive end. They'll dump it half boards right side. Hold up, wait a minute. Harkins will swing it around. They'll start it on the left now. Good skip. Keeping it down low. Looking for the interchange. Screen and roll. Looking to bounce off one, and in tight was Acton. That shot stopped by Riglieri. Good job fishing that out. Fresh 30 for the Excelsiors. So some good hustle early on. Harkins lets it go. A rig right there. He'll look for an outlet. And find one now. They're going to have to hustle. They do get it over the timeline. They'll set things up with Marquis. Colton Marquis comes in 33 goals, 52 assists. Lighting it up offensively. On the run, that shot stopped on a good shot from Whitcomb. Another dangerous offensive weapon, as is this guy here, Spallina. Spallina steps into one, steered aside. Whitcomb lost that. Now it's Witter in alone. And Origlieri stops him. So a golden opportunity for Callum Witter. Wasn't able to beat Origlieri, and back to work on offense go the Northmen. Marquis, chase back out, swings it around. Matthews had it taken off him on a good strip. And the Excelsiors now will work it up with Thompson. Filtering out late, Nathan Ward. Ward now. Anthony Bartolotolo looking to make a move. Trying to shed a defender, Horseman. Can't. Looking for the screen and roll. That gets knocked down. And here come the Northmen. They'll dump it over. Pax jumped in the rush, as has Cole Teeple. And they'll make full changes as the offense now will go back to work. We're just creeping in on the 15-minute mark here, opening period. Whitcomb swinging around. Bucktooth. Kick it back, Marquis. Dumping, looking inside to Bucktooth, nothing. Whitcomb tried to throw through a crowd, nothing doing. Shot clock violation. So another good defensive stance by the Excelsiors as they hold their own there and get possession now, working it into the offensive end. Putting on the Jets, kicking it back out was Acton. And they'll swing it around to Harkins. Ward gets a screen. On the dump off, Harkins not able to pocket the pass. And now the Northmen will counter the other way. They'll flip Spallina. He'll work on his wrong stick side and kick it back out. And they'll slow it down with Deere. Spallina trying to get some room. The defense is tight. 10 on the shot clock. Matthews gets a step, and that's going to be a penalty without a doubt. Holding the call there as it was Trent Robertson putting a clamp down on Matthews. So first power play opportunity of the game for these Northmen. They come in with 45 power play goals. Not too shabby. They've only surrendered 10 shorthanded markers. Working out there, Bucktooth at the top. Whitcomb's in that right shooter spot. Matthews in the left shooter. That shot right on target. Good save. O'Toole swimming his way out of trouble and working it up is Mark Van Scheppen. And yes, you recognize the name. That's quite the lacrosse family, the Van Scheppens. There's a few. They certainly hold their own. Thompson looking to burn some clock. Minute and a half to go in the man short. 10 on the shot clock. Thompson, hesitation, quick shot, right on, stop. And O'Rig's gonna air one out. And a good job to run under it by Teeple. So with a minute and change to go here in the power play, Northmen will get another opportunity here to pull even, trailing by a goal. Whitcomb, Bucktooth, two-man game working. Matthews kicks it back out, swinging around. Marquis back out. 5 in the shot clock, needs something. Quick stick and big save O'Toole. So O'Toole doing a good job sliding his right. Cut that down, and a good outlet pass to Ward. Ward over the timeline in trouble. Does a great job to roll his way into the offensive end with 35 seconds to kill here in the penalty. Bucktooth trying to stick check. Horseman. Good cross-checking. But better work there by Horseman as he burns almost the entire 30 himself. 15 seconds left in the man advantage. Question is, do the Orangeville take advantage of that last 10 seconds, or looks like they're going to be a little more deliberate here. Wait for the man to come out of the bench, and they do. Now their offense will go to work. Lots of room. Spallina stopped with O'Toole. Ball loose. Whitcomb had it. Kicked out by Spallina. It's going to be a long run. And Marquis does a good job to save it. Keep it in the offensive end. 20. Skip past Spallina. Bounce shot stopped by O'Toole. O'Toole has been rock solid early on here. That pass. And good job by Ty Carty to hang on to that. Looking ahead. And Harkins bouncing off a couple checks. They'll swing it around to the right side. Acton makes a move, ducks in, peels back out, looking to skip that across to Ward. Nothing doing there. Loose ball, battle, pack in there too. Acton just sends it down the other way, and that will be possession to the Northmen. And they'll set things up with Sanderson. Cam Sanderson setting the screen, bounce it back out. Bucktooth has room. Bucktooth can't find the mark. Rebound, Marquis. Back to Bucktooth, kick it back out. Sanderson through a crowd. Good save, O'Toole. Rebound to the Excelsiors, looking to break in transition. Phoenix Poulin, he'll kick it back out. Horseman will settle things down. So the Excelsiors right where they want to be right now, as we're getting to the 10.5-minute mark. Excelsiors with a 1-0 lead. Horseman being hounded by Nate Ruff. Ruff, an outstanding defender. That twister doesn't work. That'll be a violation, and possession now to the Northmen. So both teams playing rock solid defense here in this first period. It has been a real effort to get a good quality shot off on either side. Looking for room, Spallina kicks it out. Bucktooth, they'll swing it around. Matthews gets a screen on the roll. Bucktooth looking inside tight, but that's a crease violation. Excelsiors will waste no time trying to move it up. Van Scheppen, he'll put on the brakes, give way. Acton now, no numbers though for the Excelsiors, so they'll wait for the rest of the offense and go to work. Ward can't find anyone. They'll go back to the right side. Bartolottato. Sorry. Bartolotto not able to find someone to bail him out there, and it'll go right back now to the Northmen. And they'll set it up. Spallina had a notion, kicked it back out. Matthews gets a step, tried to quick shot, but Witter knocked that down now, and here come the Excelsiors the other way. Ben Baker, and he'll think better of it. Give way, and Ward. He's got Horseman with him, and Horseman with some room now. Slips it across to Thompson. Plays the carom. Horseman can't get that one though, and Origlieri does. His outlet will work it up and send away Ruff. Ruff will do his job, retreat to the bench. Offense now back out there for the Northmen. Sanderson work with Marquis. Chased out, bounces back in, gets a step, kicks it out, working to Matthews, gets it back. Give and go, that's gone and went. Ball loose in the crease, and O'Toole does a good job to put a clamp on it. And hold on, here come the Excelsiors. Adamson, good burst of speed, curls out, dumps it off. Harkins swings it around. Acton working on that side with Bartolotto. Kick back out Harkins, 2 on the shot clock. Northmen now looking to do something in transition. They zip it back up, but the transition defense by the Excelsiors real good. Whitcomb, he'll wait, give it up. Spallina gets a screen, kicks it out. Deere swings at a quick shot. That goes off a defender. So no reset. And 5 on the shot clock. And with the line change, Excelsiors do a good job not touching it. Had they, it would have been back in. So good heads up play there. As we are working with just over 7 minutes to go here, opening period. 1-0 lead for the Excelsiors. Leading these Northmen. Northmen, of course, 15-0. Perfect record up to this point. Skip across and not able to connect. Here come the Northmen now. 2-on-2, 3-on-3. And they'll wait as Marquis will hold it up, and they'll set things up now. Bucktooth will chase it down. Get a screen, look for the flip, but Matthews was covered, all tied up. Marquis gets it back to Matthews and still got time on the shot clock with 6. Matthews, great speed, turns around, quick shot, stopped by O'Toole. Rebound loose, Whitcomb fighting for it, and the Excelsiors come away with it. It's Carty. Carty had it, lost it, had it, lost it. Whitcomb had it, lost it. Still battling for it. Pulling in there as well. That's going to be a violation, and that will go give the Northmen a fresh clock now. Matthews lets it go, saved by O'Toole. That ball loose, and just enough of a nudge by Pullen to be able to scoop up that loose ball. Turns the corner, tried to get a shot off, but that went up and stays in play. Great effort there as Elijah Edwards doing a good job, and now Marquis will set things up. Work it to Sanderson. Northmen haven't had as many quality chances as they usually do. Trey on the quick stick finish, and Marquis. So we may have talked about the slow start, but I tell you there, that was a beauty finish from Colton Marquis. Can just see here, good job, and it's all about the passing as Marquis finds a spot in the center of that dotted half circle, slides off as the defender goes to rotate over, and he makes that look easy. His first of the game, his 34th of the season, and more importantly, we're tied 1-1 here. So a bit of a water break, as if I tell you it's hot in this rink, it'd be an understatement. But it's hot, and that's just for those of us working on the outside of the rink. Nothing to do with the fellas running on the carpet. Off the draw. Excelsiors get it. Good draw, though, as Aiden Fern. Apologize if I mispronounced your name, but it was spelt wrong for me, so Mr. Fern it is, and he has been a demon in that face-off circle, doing a good job to regain possession. The Northmen trying to ride that momentum of the tying goal here. Marquis swinging around. Spallina took his eye off it. Battling with Carty, and good job by Ty Carty to hold Spallina down, get possession back to the Excelsiors. We're at the 5-minute mark, period number 1. Ward. They'll work half boards right side. Acton dumps it off. They'll go back to the left. Thompson. Too much on that screen and roll. That's a violation. And Cameron Pack now. He's going to leg it up over the timeline. He'll flip and retreat. Now Matthews. Matthews had a notion, looking on a dump off, looking for Bucktooth. Bucktooth off the carom, the curl, kick it back out Sanderson. Sanderson, good fake, good job by the D to block that shot as Owen Chevalier able there to make a good save. Pick up Marquis, good hands, trying to swim his way, roll his way out. Outstanding defense, forces the turnover. So great job by Nathan Ward with pressure. Liam Matthews battling, laying on the carpet, still fighting, 2 defenders on him. And ref telling him to play. Good scoop up, and here comes Van Scheppen. So these Excelsiors playing hard here. Horseman goes to the ball, gets a step, goes to the bounce. Origlieri, stop. Rebound, counter the other way. Here come the Northmen. They move it up in a hurry. Not able to pocket that cleanly, was rough. So now Whitcomb, and going to be another delayed penalty coming. It will come to the Excelsiors. And important against a team like Orangeville, you got to stay disciplined. The only chance you have is 5-on-5. And looking for that 5-hole was Spallina. And stopped by O'Toole. So second power play for the Northmen. And you can see making that slow walk is Trent Robertson. And that'll be an interference call. 3:16 to go here, opening period. See if the Northmen can build on some momentum here. Bucktooth at the top, working with Whitcomb. And some pressure and just enough of a push there by Steele to get the turnover. He's in there alone. He's going to have to work some clock. Kick it back out Thompson. Thompson has Deere on him. And that flip, almost a turnover, and it is now Marquis. 2-on-2, waiting, and Bucktooth will settle it down. Dumps it down low. Good no-look pass to Marquis, not able to pocket it cleanly. And they'll get it back to the top. No reset, 15 on the shot clock. Spallina filling in that right shooter spot, looking for the interchange with Marquis. Bucktooth, skip over, quick stick, stopped by O'Toole. Rebound loose. Marquis picks, flips, and back out. Sanderson behind the net. Spallina, no look. Finish. Beauty. Marquis on the receiving end one more time. First power play marker of the game for the Northmen, and I tell you, when you pass the ball like this, it was Marquis that did the job of digging it out of the corner in the first place. But Cam Sanderson's no-look, and then the no-look from Spallina. Boy, oh boy, on the money. That's just beautiful right there as Marquis burying his second of the game. 2-1 now, the Northmen lead as they've got back-to-back goals. And Spallina now will wait. We are under the 2-minute warning, period number 1. Bucktooth. Matthews shot right on, stopped by O'Toole. And well, that pass knocked down, and a good job to keep it in the offensive end by Colm Barnett. And he'll give way. Deere will swing it around. They'll work with Bucktooth. Bucktooth no look, had Marquis again floating in that middle. And I tell you, the more floating Marquis does in that middle, the worse it's going to be for the Excelsiors, because he gets it anywhere inside that dotted half circle. He's money in the bank. Excelsiors working here. Bartolato swinging around. Looking for an opening. Ward. Stopped by Origlieri. We're into the final minute here. And O'Rig will, with a good outlet, going to have to hustle, and they get it over the timeline. They'll set it up. Matthews has some room. Lets it go. O'Toole. Rebound picked up. Another big save by O'Toole. Oh, he stuck out that right glove. Made a beauty. Marquis had a notion to step into one. Kicks it over. Matthews surveys. Plenty of time. Deer filtering out late. Spallina. Kick over. Matthews ducks in, looking for the flip. Extra speed. That goes off the goaltender, and possession will stay right here with 23.6 seconds. So there'll be a timeout called by the Northmen as the shot clock will be turned off. Final possession will belong to the visitors. Just to give you a rundown on what these two teams have been up to lately. Brampton, of course, has lost 3 of their last 5, including a loss to Burlington 10-5. That was, prior to that, a win over Peterborough 9-6. They lost back-to-back games, 11-3 to Burlington, 11-5 to Mimico, and had won 12-9 against Kitchener. If you talk about these Northmen, well, there are no losses. So their last win, 19-5 over Six Nations, 18-8 Whitby, 13-7 over Mimico, 17-9 over the Beaches, and 11-6 over Whitby. So margin of victory, well, convincing. That's what it's been for these Northmen as they put together one heck of a current regular season. And their coaches are pleased with the amount of adversity they faced, as well as the team camaraderie and how the team chemistry is. So here we go. Last possession of this first period to the Northmen. They'll let the game clock wind all the way down, I imagine, to at least 7 or 8. It's at 10 now. Whitcomb swinging around Marquis. Kick it. Matthews looking back to quick shot. Spallina with 1.6 seconds left. That's the way you draw it up. Joey Spallina getting it done. So if you're a coach, you would like your players to execute exactly like this. Marquis across, and then there's Liam Matthews just feeding a perfect pass to Spallina, who got it in and out of that stick in a hurry. Quick release. And it's 3-1 as with 1.6 seconds left, not a whole lot, as Fern will take a shot attempt, and we have played 20 minutes here at Brampton Memorial. 3-1 in favor of the Northmen. We'll take a break. We'll be back with period number 2.
On our family dairy farm, there's a saying that the sun doesn't start the day, we do. It's our daily reminder to be our best, make our best, and that our dairy farm doesn't just take care of our family, it's part of something bigger. That's dairy done right.
Gatorade, with electrolytes to help replenish what's lost in sweat, carbs to help fuel your working muscles, and fluids to help you hydrate. Rehydrate, replenish, refuel. Scientifically formulated so you never stop competing. Gatorade.
Welcome back to Memorial Arena here in Brampton, Ontario. Lance Wynn alongside JBI Productions as we bring you our OJLL Game of the Week here, featuring the Orangeville Northmen and the Brampton Excelsiors. Second period action off the draw, and Fern had it but lost it. Good job by Witter on the stick check. He'll get his team possession, and Van Scheppen will hoist it over, and Harkings will avoid a defender or two before they set things up. Ward. 3-1 to score. Of course, 3 unanswered by the Northmen in that first period. That explains the lead. Circling around, 3 on the shot clock, and Acton had to take that. It was blocked. Good job by Fern as he stepped up. And now the Northmen in the offensive end. They'll work it, and Spallina will jump start, swinging it over. Marquis and Matthews dump it down. Trey Deer sized it up, kicked it back. Marquis looking for Deer and not able to finish on the quick stick. So crease the call, and the Excelsiors now dodge a bullet, head up in the other direction. Good job from the bench, as just in time Nathan Ward saw the other defender coming. 12 on the shot clock. Swing it around. Ward. Dipsy Doodle trying to curl. Dumps it off. And my apologies, as got to make sure we get our number systems right, as Chavello out there, but Trey Deer tried to quick stick 1 5-hole on O'Toole, but O'Toole closed those wickets and managed to keep that ball from going across the line. Horseman turns the corner, gets a shot off. Auriglieri steers that one aside. Battling for it is Eric Ward. And now here come the Northmen. Teeple puts on the brakes, takes the shot right on. O'Toole again, another good save. Excelsiors look to move it up with Carty. Carty almost turned it over, gonna have to hustle. He does. That'll be a violation. Some good forechecking by Ward, and he'll give way to the offense now. Deer with 4 goals against Six Nations last game. He had it all going on. Matthews swims his way by, tried to go far corner. Couldn't connect, 10 on the shot clock. Deer lets the underhand go. Bucktooth in the middle. From point blank, stopped though by O'Toole. Some extracurricular going on there, and officials let him play. And Adamson will give it back. They'll work it over the timeline. Thompson, and a good job by Cameron Pack, forcing. And a better job collectively, but picking that up, sending it back top corner. So how about Eric Acton? Johnny on the spot right there, right place, right time, picked that up, put it right over the right shoulder of Chris Auriglieri. And you can see there some good work defensively by the Northmen, but just able to quick scoop, pass back out, and Ward with a beauty pass out, but it was all about that finish top corner from Acton to get the job done. Excelsiors fighting their way, trailing this one now by 1. Pack-Jam moves it up. They'll set it up now with Deer. Matthews. He'll hoist it over. Spallina. Spallina has room. Spallina lets it go. There's your answer. The Northmen waste no time, and it's 4-2. So if you have not had a chance to see Joey Spallina, there's not a whole lot he can't do offensively. Fill the net being priority number 1. As you can see here, as soon as he got this room, that he was just going to size it up. Marquis, good job, takes out 2 defenders, and Spallina does the rest. Second of the game, he's got 22. on the season, and off the draw, possession to the Northmen. So once again, Aiden Fern is getting the job done. Possession, of course, the main thing here in this sport. That pass goes awry. Robertson will pick it up. And almost an interference call from O'Toole. But here come the Excelsiors. Room. And electing not to take that opportunity was Witter. And he'll wait for the rest of the offense. Acton will swing it around. Bartolotto bounces back out. 5 on the shot clock. Horseman trying to swim his way closer. Can't. Good D collectively. Great defensive stance by the Northmen as they close up shop. And now it'll be Whitcomb. Amos Whitcomb been quiet in this game so far, as has Matthews. Swing across, good hands Marquis. Matthews gets it back. Matthews ducks in. Matthews tried to go back to that same corner from whence he came, but wasn't able to beat O'Toole. Good job by Steele, sidestepping a couple defenders, using those long strides to get it over, but the pass is errant. That'll be a violation. Possession to the Northmen. Wasted no time, quick shot, Spallina. That one steered aside. That'll stay right here with Orangeville. Cohen Jennings out there now. He'll filter in on that right side. Marquis late. They'll kick it to Deere. Back to Spallina. Spallina had a notion. Steele closed that down. Gets a screen. Marquis lets it go. That one went off a defender and bounced up into O'Toole. Excelsiors now will counter the other way. We're under 15 minutes to go, period number 2. 2-goal game. Ward will swing it around. They'll work it left side. Thompson, good dipsy doodle move, gets it down. Ward on the run, goes off a defender's helmet, so no reset. 6 on the shot clock. Looking for a holding call at the very least. Instead, some good solid cross-checking from Teeple gets the job done. And now Pack will get it over the timeline and he'll retreat. Bucktooth will set things up with Matthews. They'll swing around. Sanderson, skip off the defender, ball loose. Carty had it but couldn't haul it down. Whitcomb, the overhand. That went off the butt of the stick of O'Toole. Fresh 30 now for the Northmen. Sanderson. Matthews backdoor. Beauty save by O'Toole. Carty, good job to fake his way out. Puts on the Jets. Gets it into the offensive end. Thought better of it. Didn't have the numbers. Good decision. Harkins now will set it up. Nathan Ward out there on the left side. Horseman will swing it around. Acton. Bounce back out. They'll work it to the left side. Harkins gets a step. Dump over, quick stick, nothing doing. Not enough on it. And the Northmen now will recover the loose ball. And there's going to be a too many men on the floor call. And it is, looks like it's going to go against the Northmen. Definitely a too many men on the floor call. And so it looks like the Excelsiors will get their second power play opportunity of the game. They're 1 for 1. Scored on the opening power play opportunity early in this game. Horseman at the top. He's out there with Acton. Horseman gets it back. Fakes the pass. Goes off the pipe. Out of play. Stay right here. Another possession to the Excelsiors. Acton working out there with Janke. He's got one of the team's 2 goals. Horseman. Gonna have to move that ball a lot quicker if you're gonna beat a Wrigley area. I'll tell you that. You're gonna need some help from your friends. Harkins. Plenty of time on the shot clock. Still Horseman has room. Horseman, a Wrigley area, stops that. And going up the other way. Wasting no time. Here's Edwards. He'll put on the brakes. And now it's Deere. Minute 15 to burn here in the penalty. And Marquis will wait. Him and Liam Matthews will work the two-man game down to Spallina. Spallina shot right on. So O'Toole, eyes wide open, gets it to Witter. Witter into the offensive end. 50 seconds left here in the Brampton power play. Ward will filter out on that left side with Harkins. Horseman at the top. Acton, bounce out. The top, inside out, has a beauty shot. Oh, Jacob Janke one more time. His second of the game comes courtesy the power play. And more importantly, that cuts the deficit now to 1-4-3. So this is the kind of ball movement you have to get if you're going to beat a goaltender like Origlieri, who is rock solid. Got to get some bodies in front, and I think that was just a good shot between a couple defenders that I'm not sure Origlieri saw from the beginning. Fern off the draw, possession to the Northmen, holding a 1-goal lead. So the Excelsiors have no plans to fold up like a cheap set of luggage. They're here to in it to win it. And they're trying to snap this streak in their house. Matthews on a curl, bodies flying. Matthews shot right on. Good save, O'Toole steered that aside neatly, and not a big rebound. So the Excelsiors will collect it and move it into the offensive end. They'll swing it around left side. Northmen, the D, that shot wide of the mark. Acton, good fake, bounces out, takes a check from Pack all over him. Dumps it off. And what a beauty finish right there. Bartolottato. So Bartolottato, my oh my, out of nowhere, comes up with the backhand finish to tie this one at 4. I think Origlieri was as surprised as I was, as Bartolottato on the run just feathered that short side, and I think Origlieri thought he had that short side covered. And right off the bat, so Chase Chevron making his debut in an Orangeville uniform. Of course, he's a provincial transfer from BC. So I'm sure that the impact that he wanted to have wasn't that, as he tries his best to impress his new team, as there will be a water break for both sides, because boy, if you've ever spent any time in Brampton Memorial Arena in the summertime, you know that it's toasty. So another power play opportunity for the Excelsiors. They're 2 for 2 with a man advantage. We're just under 11 minutes here, period number 2. And Bartolottato, I just want to apologize. Getting your name to flow off the tongue, sometimes a little bit of a challenge, so work with me. Appreciate you. Acton out there at the top. Horseman, the quarterback, swinging around. Changes the angle. O'Rig with the save there. Ball loose. Excelsiors collect it. First time this game's been tied since early in the first period. Horseman working it, gapping that, and right off the pipe was Acton. Rebound gathered though. Good job by Janke. And Horseman now. Gapping that, looking that short side. You can see from here, it looks open, but good job Acton. Creating some space off that loose ball and collecting it, giving his team another chance. Horseman, they'll go to the left side now. Has room, changes the angle, that's wide of the mark. Gonna be a tough hop. Good job to track it down by Ward. He'll work it to Harkins, and they've got a new clock now. Under a minute to go in the man advantage. Acton Again, sizing up that short side. Going to be a tough gather here, but instead, good save, but nothing doing as Teeple. He'll haul it in, put on the brakes, give way to Deer. 30 seconds left in the man short. Spallina will swing it around. Marquis. That shot right on. O'Toole luckily had that angle covered. Marquis put that right there, thinking maybe if you're taking a bit of a nap. Ward now with 15 seconds to go in the power play. Horseman. He'll shift it over right side, dump it down low. Janke, kick out. Gets it back. Janke to the bounce. Stop this time, no by Rig. And out of the penalty box, chance here. And Chevron collects it, goes up, down, fake, and stop. Gets his own rebound, but went through the crease. So a good effort out of the penalty box by Chase Chevron. But he wasn't able to pocket a goal in his first game as a Northman. In the meantime, between time, Excelsiors to work on offense. Thompson trying to roll off a defender, has it knocked down. Good job by Leon Perreault to get that out. Another good job to knock that down, get a stick in the shooting lane, and that'll stay right here. So Edwards, good job knocking it down. Fresh clock here for Brampton. Delayed penalty coming to the Northmen. Acton bounces out. Netminder in the bench for the extra attacker with 12 on the shot clock. Horseman working it at the top. Him and Ward. Ward gets a screen. Ward the underhand stopped by O'Rig. And just when one got erased, another one on the board. Brampton will go back to work. This time it's Cameron Pack, the guilty party. Fourth power play opportunity. They are 2 for 3 with the man advantage. And that's what has kept these Excelsiors in this game and the reason why we're tied at 4. That, some solid defense and outstanding goaltending on both sides. Hence, with just under 8 minutes to go, you see the score tied at 4. Horseman logging a lot of time at the top there. He's the quarterback one more time. Ward with him. Underhand wide of the mark. Harkins trying to shield the defender to get it. Instead, they do. So good job there. It's about the little things. And Harkins doing that. Horseman fakes that. Ward steps in. Ward right there. Covering the wickets beautifully. Origlieri has the basket right where it should be. No 5-hole on that one. Northmen now looking to burn some clock. Under a minute and a half in the penalty. We are inching towards the 7-minute mark here in period number 2. Deer been quiet in this game. Marquis gets the screen, fakes the flip. 4 on the shot clock. He's going to dump it. That's exactly what he does. Right on. Good job to work the clock. Excelsiors now with Cardi are going to leg it over into the offensive end with 50 seconds to go in a man advantage. Ward, Horseman, Acton out there. Top 3 around the horn. Janke down on that right crease. Harkins on the left crease. Horseman on the run. Tried to go top corner, far side. No reset. 7 on the shot clock. Back to the top. Janke on target. Origlieri pops up, and a quick outlet pass sends away the Northmen. Julian Belair doing a good job, and Matthews now. Final 12 seconds of the penalty. Kick across. 10 on the shot clock. Spallina looking in tight. And through the crease went Cohen Jennings, and now the Excelsiors playing 5-on-5. Penalty over, and right off the bat, a careless play there by Darcy Thompson, and that's an easy call. You slashed Cameron Pack as soon as he came out of the box right in front of the official. So to no one's surprise, that's going to get you 2 minutes. And you can see right there. So not a tough call, and you can argue it all you want, but to no avail as the facts are in the vid. So another power play will go to the Northmen. It'll be their third of the game. They are 1 for 2. So 5:53 to go here in a tie game. Chance here for the Northmen to regain the momentum. It was the Excelsiors that jumped out to a 1-0 lead. Then with 3 unanswered, the Northmen came back to lead 3-1 at the end of one. Since then, it was the Northmen that added another, but boy, back-to-back goals have gotten these Excelsiors back in it. That shot from Matthews stopped by O'Toole, who's been a pillar between those pipes, keeping his team in it. And faking the pass, making the easy one. Pack. And defensively, the Northmen had it, lost it. They'll flip it up. Bucktooth had it, and now they'll get it over the timeline. Jaden Siapara will give way, and now they'll set it up with Matthews working with Bucktooth. Marquis. 5 and a shot clock. Bucktooth wide of the mark. That's going to go over the timeline, so that's going to give it back to the Excelsiors. Deep in the offensive end with just under a minute to go in the man short. Under 5 to go here, period number 2. Harkins, he'll zip it over. Acton. Bartolotto took a stiff check in the back. I think that's going to draw a penalty on Fern. Acton. 6 on the shot clock. Harkins gets a step. Tried to go right on. That went into the gondola. And so an illegal cross check. And you can see that Fern immediately headed to the penalty box. So final 31 seconds nullified. And in 31 seconds, the Excelsiors will go back to work with a man advantage. They've had 4 power plays in this period, 5 total. They've scored twice. And in a tie game, clearly special teams going to play a role. Acton has Pack on him. Kicked it out. Looking for the screen and roll. Good job dancing and rolling through was Nathan Ward. Wasn't able to beat Origlieri, and his outlet pass on the money. So in 5 seconds, Excelsiors will go to work on the power play. We're under 4 minutes here in the second period, and penalty over. Spallina. Thought better of it with defender on him and Cardi. That one right on. O'Toole, easy one. And he'll shovel that ahead. Excelsiors now with 1:10 to work with the man advantage. Ward. Got to make sure I let you know which Ward is which. There's a few. Acton out there. Bartolotto out there as well. He's going to filter into the center of that dotted half circle. Horseman at the top. He's going to survey. Gets it. Acton through a crowd. Off the defender. And picked up. Diving wide of the mark. No reset, and that'll be a violation. So the Northmen hold strong on that defensive possession. And now we'll work to burn some clock with 40 left in the man short. Marquis. Whitcomb, and that's going to be a penalty delayed. That shot right on. So Robertson's going to go on an interference call. That'll nullify the final 28 seconds of the power play for the Excelsiors. Eventually, Northmen will go on their 4th power play, and that's just a bit careless by Robertson. And it's okay to check the offensive player when the team has the ball, but at no point in time is it okay to check anyone in the back. And that's where the issue lies with that. So that illegal cross check, similar to a check-in from behind. and Marquis. So they're going to look to try to milk this final 20 seconds and then go to work with the man advantage. But in the meantime, between time, 4-on-4. Marquis working it to Deer. Deer swinging around Matthews. Matthews a handful one-on-one, I tell you. He's got some moves. He can bounce around, changes the angle. That shot right on. So a good save by O'Toole. And a fresh clock now for the Northmen. That will end the penalty to Fern. And now with a minute and a half to go with the power play, here go the Northmen. Tie game. 2:15 to go. Bucktooth, skip. Marquis had it. And Trey Deer walking up the middle untouched. And Northmen now with a chance. 3-on-2. Marquis dumps it off. Deer, a little too casual, gets his own rebound. And now he'll work it back out. They'll set it up with a minute left. Bucktooth. Matthews and Bucktooth. Right inside. Trey Deer, shot right on, stopped by O'Toole. Point blank. And O'Toole stood strong. Gotta hurry to zip it over. That's picked up by Spallina. 3-on-2 now for the Northmen. Dump over. Marquis tried to get that over to Deer, but went through the crease. Violation. Possession now to the Excelsiors. 30 seconds to kill. Horseman, 1-on-1. He'll curl out. And he'll look to milk the final 20 seconds. Thompson. 10 on the shot clock. You heard the coaching staff for the Excelsiors. Use it all. Use it all. Ward gets it right on. Origlieri's going to try to move it up in a hurry. He does. Floats one into the offensive end. Into the final minute here. Period number 2. Tied at 4. Spallina. Deer and Marquis. 40 seconds game clock, 10 seconds shot clock. Spallina, that one right on. O'Toole had it. Bucktooth does a good job to get it out. Reset. 2-second differential, clock and game and shot clock. Marquis, they're going to wait now. Hold it until shot clock winds down. Right now it's at 12. Goaltender out, extra attacker. They're going to play this final few seconds with the 6th man out there. Marquis has Spallina. Can't get it to him. 4. Dump it over. Liam Matthews right on. Stopped by O'Toole. And that will do it. 40 minutes and some controversy at the end. No goal there. There'll be no begging here. That's no freebie, as that's going to put the exclamation point on the first 40. We're tied at 4. Locked and loaded for period number 3. You are watching the OJLL Game of the Week. We'll be back after this.
On our family dairy farm, there's a saying that the sun doesn't start the day, we do. It's our daily reminder to be our best, make our best, and that our dairy farm doesn't just take care of our family, it's part of something bigger. That's dairy done right.
Gatorade, with electrolytes to help replenish what's lost in sweat, carbs to help fuel your working muscles, and fluids to help you hydrate. rehydrate, replenish, refuel. Scientifically formulated so you never stop competing. Gatorade.
All locked and loaded as we get set for period number 3 in a tie game 4-4 between the undefeated, unbeaten Orangeville Northmen and the Brampton Excelsiors, the home side here. And if the first 40 minutes any indication of what we're in for in the final 20, boy oh boy, fasten your seatbelt, going to be a good one. Off the draw, Fern one more time, the man on a mission. He'll give way. Offense now for the Northmen, going to work. First possession here, third period. Sanderson, they'll work it on the left side, interchange with Marquis, kick it over to Matthews, working behind, tried to get that quick stick and a cutting Trey Deer, ball loose. Excelsior sniffed that out. Defensively they close it up, and now they'll work in the offensive end. Horseman will set things up. So that was a big hold right off the bat for Brampton. See if they can do something here on offense. Ward looking for an opening on the screen, had Thompson, couldn't pocket the pass. It was a tighty, and O'Rig sends away Cameron Pack. Pac-Man pulls on the brakes, and he'll set it up, give it up to Whitcomb. Whitcomb will stop, drop, and set up shop right here. Matthews, Bucktooth, had a notion, pulled it back out, skipped past Marquis. Better defense, as you can see that Dalil was right on him. Harkins now. He's looking for some assistance, got a defender on him, skips back, reverses his direction. They'll set it up half boards, right side. Janke, kick out Ward, 10 on the shot clock. Harkins looking for something, tees that one up. O'Riglieri got a glove on it, made the save. Not sure he saw that until the last second. And now it'll be Deer that gets it. They'll set it up with Matthews. Liam Matthews, another offensive weapon, been quiet, but the defense for the Excelsiors been tight. Spallina. Skip. Matthews trying to get a step. Good curl. 6 on the shot clock. Gonna have to do something. Ducks back in. That shot knocked down, so no reset. Picked up now, it's Carty. Carty puts on the brakes, doesn't have any assistance. He'll get some from Thompson. And Thompson gets a screen, but he'll pull up. He'll work it down half boards on that right side. Bartolotto swings it around Thompson. Thompson sheds a defender. Thompson lets it go. Origlieri right on. Pops up with that, and that's going to be a... So the call from official Kyle Connery, I'm not quite sure. Sorry, Kennery, I'm not quite sure. It looks like Thompson's going to be the guilty party. So roughing the call. The Northmen will get their 5th power play opportunity of the game. They're 1 for 4. And Matthews this time will spearhead this charge. Working out there with the usual suspects in Marquis, Spallina, Bucktooth, and Trey Deer in the middle. Swing around. Bucktooth has room. Bucktooth goes to the overhand. That doesn't find anything. Good decoy by Spallina. 5 on the shot clock. Matthews no look. Bucktooth right on. Bounce. Stopped by O'Toole. And he'll look to make a good outlet pass. He does to Adamson. Adamson 2-on-1. Gets it over, and Carty, the X factor, and penalty going to be called. Too many on the floor for the Excelsiors. So if you wondered why they got such a clean break, it was due to that extra man on. So instead of a goal from Ty Carty, it's going to be a penalty that's going to nullify. That will, nullify nothing. That'll be adding to the problem. So down 2 now are the Excelsiors, 5 on 3. So a golden opportunity for these Northmen. Marquis, and rung off the pipe and in. So Liam Matthews hasn't been in the goal column this game. He gets into it when his team needs him most, a power play marker. his first uneven 30 on the season for Matthews, and a 5-4 lead for the Northmen, and they still have minute 44 left in their power play opportunity. So it'll be still a 5-on-4 situation. And off the draw violation will give it to the Northmen. Deere will leave it for Matthews. Matthews will wait for Bucktooth and Spallina. Marquis already out there. Matthews gaps the box. Skip. Marquis gets it. Spallina size. Fake that. Spallina back. Skip again. Quick shot. O'Toole save. So O'Toole followed that all the way along. And Excelsiors now. Bartolotto over the timeline. Looking down low, finds Harkins, always on the move, that Harkins, never stands still. Horseman. Into the minute here to burn, 10 seconds on the shot clock. Excelsiors trailing by a goal. On the run was Horseman, that shot wide of the mark. And now Matthews. He'll leg it into the offensive end. He'll sit this one out. And Sanderson will roll into the right side crease. Working on that side with Spallina. Marquis at the top, no look. Swing around, get it to Bucktooth. Bucktooth again. Everyone gets a touch, kick back out. Outstanding ball movement. Bucktooth over the top, stop O'Toole. And he gobbles up that rebound. And a deep pass to Ward. Ward had to turn, and that finds the mesh. So the Northmen now with final 10 seconds left in this power play. So the idea, the philosophy behind waiting for the penalized player to come out of the box is so that you don't get a shot and a bad carom that'll lead to a breakaway the other way. Bucktooth, one-on-one, gets a screen, leans in, backhand try wide, 5 on the shot clock. Deere down low to Spallina. Spallina got it, but a save by O'Toole, and O'Toole claiming everything inside that crease area as he holds strong again. Delayed penalty coming this time to the Northmen. Net empty for the extra attacker. 12 on the shot clock. Ward. That underhand stopped, and there'll be a slashing call that will go to the Northmen. So the Excelsiors with another power play. This will be their 6th power play, and the slash is going to go to Joey Spallina. So the Excelsiors now with a chance here to pocket the equalizer if they can get something good here and beat Origlieri, who I tell you is as stingy as they get. They'll swing it around. So it's a check in the crease. Horseman shot right on Origlieri, moving beautifully across his crease there. Ball loose. Too much hands on. Possession will stay right here with the Excelsiors. Acton, he'll swing it around. Horseman will generate again. Acton shot right on. O'Rig looking for someone. A little backhand flip. And now Edwards going to get it over the timeline. Edwards, good fake. He'll dump it down. It's Marquis. Get it back, and he'll find Matthews. Good job by Edwards. With a minute now left in the man short. Sanderson trying to find his way in, and I think that's going to land him a penalty. And I think that's the case. So Sanderson's going to go for goaltender interference. I think the rule is if he gets knocked into the crease, that's one thing. If he goes in on his own generated power, that's where the penalty is. So the Excelsiors with a golden opportunity will have a 2-player advantage. And so a 5-on-3 here for Brampton with just over 13 minutes to go. 5-4 game. Horseman, where he usually is at the top. Harkins down low, has some room. Ward sized it up on the interchange, looking the back door. Kick it back out Acton, flip over. 15 on the shot clock. Harkins does a good job collecting that. Acton kicks it back out Ward. Ward teed it up. That ball almost picked up by Fern. Instead up down, and Acton had Origlieri faked out. Couldn't keep it in the pocket. Now here come the Northmen. And that's going to be a holding call. So some great work by Nate Ruff. And if you don't know, if it ain't rough, it ain't tough. Kid does a little everything, including job penalties. So that will nullify one of those penalties. It will still be some 36 seconds, pardon my counter, that you know is questionable, left as a power play. But in the meantime, lots of room on the carpet, 4-on-3 for 15 seconds. And in that 15 seconds, it'll then go back to 4-on-4. Matthews swings it across. Marquis, 10 on the shot clock. Spallina out of the box, tees it up right on target. So good job, O'Toole, and that's going to be something not so good as Adamson lost his cool and he has been ejected immediately. So I know I didn't get a chance to see what exactly was done. It was behind the play. And you can see here, shot by Spallina, and you take a look. So it was a retaliation and right in the head. That's where the problem starts. Cross check right to the head area. We'll get you an automatic. So 5 and a game for high sticking is the call. And of course, the officials taking into consideration player safety. That's key. So 5 minute, and the discussion with the Brampton coaching staff and official Kyle Kennery was a bit loud, but so the Excelsiors just trailing by a goal, doing everything in their power to not help their own cause. So that's a 5-minute major, and that's big. So 4-on-3 now as that ball gets tapped, but corralled by Whitcomb. Whitcomb been quiet as well. Speaking of offensive weapons that have been quiet, Matthews has some room. Whitcomb, that one goes off a defender. Excellent job by Mark Van Scheppen. I'm not sure he was trying to play netminder, but he did a good job nonetheless. Deere, Whitcomb, down low, Marquis. Whitcomb. Matthews in tight, letting it go, and it slides in. So Trey Deere, where have you been, young fella? In the score column. So Deere's first, his 28th of the season, and this is just a shot from point blank. I mean, you're setting up inside the dotted half circle. That indicates where these guys are teeing it up from, and a lot on it. O'Toole got a lot of it, but not all of it, and it trickled behind him. So 4-on-3, still 4.5 in the major. 25 seconds left in the Orangeville penalty, and just over a minute left in the Brampton minor. So one of the challenges these coaches, both coaches talked about consistency for 3 periods, and that's where sometimes the real challenge occurs. Fern off the draw. Chance here to let it go, and a good shot from Edwards right on, and delayed penalty coming now to the Northmen. So things heating up here. Northmen. And it looks like Fern's going to be the guilty party this time. As you could tell, a bit on the line here, both teams getting into it. So, looks like there's not going to be enough room on the scoreboard for the penalties here as they keep racking them up. So another 2-minute major on the board, sorry, 2-minute minor on the board. So I stand corrected, that's a 5. So a 5 and some. So one penalty over for the Northmen, still a man short. And it'll be 4-on-3 for another 25 seconds. And then both majors will kick in. Going for a run is Acton. Acton is going to keep that well of the reach, does a good job dodging his way into that near that dotted half circle, chase back out. 2 on the shot clock, gets a shot off, not on, that'll be a violation. And the Northmen now with possession here as we close in on the 10.5-minute mark. Deer out there with Matthews, so minor is done, so it's 4-on-4. Deer and Matthews, Marquis, Whitcomb. Matthews turns the corner and that one partially deflected. O'Toole closed the wickets, made the save, and now Carty's gonna have to work here. Leans into one, flips it back up, but instead it's taken away. Deer with Marquis. Marquis, Deer can't connect. Rebound, Carty. And that's gonna be a penalty as Marquis with the stick check, got the stick up high, and Carty, resilient, stays with it. Good shift for Carty. Harkins, arms still up. Acton, net empty for the extra attacker, 10 on the shot clock. Ward steps in and looking 5-hole where there was none, and so the Northmen equally as generous, giving opportunities back to the Excelsiors. A holding call to Colton Marquis. And it'll be a power play for the Excelsiors. They're 8th of the game. They've pocketed 2 goals. In total coming in, they had 21 power play goals. So 23 in total, and that quick stick. But Origlieri was right there. He shut down. If there was a short side, he took it away. Rough, good job. Spalina now. Bucktooth, they'll wait for their 3 now and look to move the ball. Robertson chopping down trees in the meantime. Bucktooth using his size, tried to go with the shovel. Ball loose, and that goes over the line, but it was touched. It'll still be a shot clock violation. And possession to the Excelsiors. Four on 3. Ward out there with Harkins. Harkins been quiet as well. No look. Harkins dances around, tiptoes around that crease line. 10 on the shot clock. Acton, kick it out. Horseman, right on. Acton backhand, right on. Origlieri, big save. Remember that save, that could have been the difference despite the 6-4 score. Sanderson, he'll swing it across. Barnett, give and go in tight, and that's going to be a crease call. Excelsior's the other way. See here, if Brampton can capitalize, needs something, needs some shots on Origlieri, that's for sure. Acton dumps it over. Harkins! So I asked for him, and there he is. Quick stick finish through the 5-hole. A big one, a power play goal. And that trims the deficit to just 1. And you can see Harkins, clearly one of the good hands people, as he took this pass, which was in tight, and able to get it right where he wanted it, put it 5-hole. Well, you had Origlieri in motion, and a big penalty. I'm sure Marquis will remember that, and it's a 6-5 game. Harkins had his first of the game. That's his 9th of the season, and off the draw, possession to the Northmen. So see if they can answer. 30 seconds left in the Brampton penalty. They'll go on another power play, but right now it's 4-on-4. Spallina dumps it off, looking for Deer. 5 on the shot clock. Marquis steered aside. O'Toole rebound. Spallina! That's the hardest working man in showbiz right there. Big finish for Joey Spallina. You can only say that give this man a hard hat, because that is just straight up hard work. Good shot, Marquis. But look at that. Spallina leans in, uses his body and the defender as a shield, wraps that right around, and I'm pretty sure O'Toole didn't even see it. And a big goal restores that 2-goal cushion. It's 7-5. So a bit of a water break for both goaltenders. We are just over 7 minutes here remaining in this third period. Give these Excelsiors some credit. I tell you, they did not go quietly into any night. They came out fired up from the start, and they have played hard for this entire game. Off the draw. Excellent work there by Poulin. Horseman now. So penalty over to the Excelsiors. They will go on a power play for 50 seconds now. Need something here as we're under 7 minutes to close this gap. They've been tied but haven't led. They led 1-0 early in this game. That's the only lead they've had, and Northmen now will try to get it over the timeline. They do. Looking to try to kill this final 30 seconds. They'll keep it well outside. Bucktooth in no hurry. Time on the side of the Northmen. Spallina with a defender on him. He'll work his way closer. Curl out 6. Looking down low. Big save, O'Toole. Creeping in from that far side was Jennings. And possession to Cardi and the Excelsiors. Thompson. Bartolotto. Penalty over now. Team's back to full strength finally. Ward will swing it back. Acton, 15 on the shot clock. Acton, wrong stick side. He'll give way. Ward trying to turn the corner. Sidearm. Almost rolled by, but it rolled wide. And now here come the Northmen. Tough pass to Whitcomb. Witter all over him. Van Scheppen's going to collect the loose ball, change his direction, and look to move it up into the offensive end. Got to hurry, he does. Horseman tiptoes that center line. We're under 5.5 now. Harkins bouncing around. Skip. Janke. 10 on the shot clock. Harkins. Horseman shot stopped by Origlieri. Picked up. Here come the Northmen now. Trying to capitalize in transition. Wrong stick side and going for a run is Ruff. And Ruff doing a good job. Nate Ruff. Good job by the Northmen defense there. Matthews. He'll look for Bucktooth. Bucktooth was going away from the net, swinging around Marquis. Spallina. Spallina lets it go. That doesn't get through. Gets knocked down. And here come the Excelsiors. Steele. Ward almost found an opening. Instead, it's Janke now. Harkins. Screen for Ward. Dumps it back over. Janke kick it back out. They'll swing it around. Whole lot going on before in the shot clock. Harkins gets that shot. Doesn't touch anything but the side of the mesh. And possession now to Cameron Pack and the Northmen. So it's going to be about composure down the stretch here for Orangeville. And when you have a 15-0 record, you got to test some different things. Matthews got a step, and if you don't know, you blink an eye, he'll be by you. Marquis, 8 on the shot clock. They're calling for a reset, but officials say there wasn't one. Sanderson right on. O'Toole made the save. So as much as the bench can cry for a reset, if the officials don't, then it isn't. Poulin. Thompson, 3.5 to go here. Excelsior's running out of time. Janke with 10 on the shot clock. He'll wait. Ward now. Get some space. Origlieri from way out there is usually money in the bank. Ball loose. Good job on the loose ball, the flip. And now Ruff. Does a good job. He'll give way, and Marquis now. Him and Bucktooth will work it now on that left side. Bucktooth. Dump off. Looking for Deere. Nothing doing. Ball loose in that dotted half circle. Picked up by DeLille, and he'll have to beat a defender, and he does. Janke. Good job getting over that timeline with a defender on him. Isolated one-on-one on that side. Ward skips it. Horseman shot stopped by Origlieri. He's been airtight since surrendering that one goal. He's right at his goals against. So don't expect him to be very giving. Matthews gets a screen, has Bucktooth wide of the mark. No reset. Spallina took the shot, went off a defender, got it back. 5 on the shot clock. Spallina looking to dump it off, but boy, I tell you, some tenacious defense there coming from Van Scheppen. And now Brampton, we're under 2 minutes to go here. Time running out for the Excelsiors. Holding court in their own home building. Trying to make up this 2-goal deficit. The Northmen trying to stay a perfect 16-0. That shot wide of the mark. Good job to get that in the crease by Edwards. And now he's going to need to keep the legs moving and move it up. Good job on the pressure. Forechecking by the Excelsiors. They regain possession. Minute 15 to go. Bartolotto. They'll swing it around to Ward. Acton. Into the final minute. Ward dumps it over. On the run, Acton wide. Janke to Karam, and that's going to be possession to the Northmen, and they'll zip it right back up. They've got numbers. Ruff. Stop by O'Toole. Oh, baby. That's a big save right there. As Connor O'Toole has been real good. And we're going to get a timeout call, as looks like the Excelsiors will call the timeout with 47.6 seconds left to play here. And if you are on the side of the Excelsiors, I don't think you have that amount of time to stop, give everyone a touch, and work it around the horn. I think you have to look for the quickest opening you have. As you can see, if the Excelsiors are able to claw their way back into this game, that save right there by O'Toole will be the difference. because he has been outstanding, as has Chris Origlieri at the other end. But that's nothing new for him. He set the standard so high. If you're the Northmen, you're looking to play some tight defense here. And you'd probably want to give up something outside that dotted half circle, not inside. And give Origlieri the chance to see it and then stop it. We'll see what the Excelsiors try to do, if they try to work it down low and get Janke or Harkins a look down there, or if they try to bomb from the outside with Acton or Ward. Ward shifts it over. Kick around, Janke back out top, Horseman. Great defense, and that's some tenacious cross-checking there and some outstanding work. As I tell you, Barnett. So a great job by Colin Barnett as he stepped up defensively right there as a one-man wrecking crew and held his own court. And boy, if you're a coach, you got to be pleased with that defensive effort. Not only by Barnett, but by the entire unit there, as you can just see Barnett never laid up, took a cross-check in the back there, but delivered solid, fundamental cross-check there that was able to force the turnover, never gave up, stayed on that loose ball, fought off another defender, collected it, and a big possession for the Northmen with 26.8 seconds to go here. So if the Northmen needed to be tested, they were tested certainly here today. Every time they've had a test, they've managed to find the right answers. And here it's going to be Ruff. I tell you, Nate Ruff, boy, he got some jets, and Ruff tried to park it in the empty net, took a hit, no matter. Deer with the rebound, Spalina, they'll pull it out. 10 seconds to go. That great save. As that one goes off the screen, and Northmen now with 5 seconds to go. They'll pull it out, no need to put it in the net. The Orangeville Northmen, they hang on. 7-5, they remain perfect at 16-0. The Excelsiors fall to 6-11. Outstanding lacrosse game here on this warm and toasty Memorial Arena on this Canada Day Saturday. That's going to do it for us here on behalf of JVI Productions. I'm Lance Wynn. Thanks for tuning in. The OJLL Game of the Week. We'll see you next time.